Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we are here for another episode of Goattville updates. And yes, it's only been 2 weeks since the last video, but we've had quite a bit of progress since then, and even more since the last actual updates video related to the building. So ever since we switched over to this new version of Minecraft and I've had all these new opportunities for doing stuff, there's been a lot of progress. So since today, since I was kind of short on time, like pretty short on time, I know I say that every week, but this week it's particularly true, I decided I'd just make this quick little updates video, just because I think we have definitely enough stuff to cover, and these videos usually tend to do more, they tend to be a bit more successful. So we've been working over here in the city for a good amount of time, for about like 3 months. I think we've been actually working on the main city part. Before that we were just working on the museums over there, but since then we moved over here, and we did some work on the city, but in like the past 2 weeks alone, ever since I switched over to the new Minecraft and I've been able to use the world as a feature, I've probably done just as much progress in the past 2 weeks than I have in the past 2 months. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I kind of made this switch. There are definitely some things that I'm still not getting used to, like the navigating these menus is pretty annoying, not as easy as the other ones, and also the flying animations, how like it starts you out a little bit slow when you start to move. So whenever I'm building, I always prefer to walk because the flying animations make my eyes hurt. So but those are simple things, you can just overlook them. They do slow you down a bit, and they are a bit annoying, but still all the benefits that come from everything else is definitely makes it worth it. So in the last video, the last skyscraper we had finished was this one, all the way down at the very end right here. And since then, this has not really gotten any progress, but that is definitely going to change sometime soon. I'm going to make this a residential building, something like an apartment building, and filling it up with the interior is going to be particularly easy. So yeah, this is something that will be very close to being finished, I'd say sometime within the next couple of weeks. And over here we're just going to have some more skyscrapers, which I haven't really worked on yet. I have to get rid of that clone, which I have right there, sometime soon. I just made that as like a little test, and I have to get rid of it because we're definitely not going to have to do the same thing on that road. Aside from that, this skyscraper right here, I just kind of started working on the interior to this, as you can see right through there. Let's enter through the bottom right here. It's not completely finished, but it's somewhat close. I just worked on it for as long as I felt like it, and then I just sort of stopped working on it. I'll come back to it eventually, but this is just going to be like a little office building. That's where the elevator comes up, and the stairs are right here on the back, so that's very nice. There's some normal offices on the outside, probably some conference rooms, which line the windows, giving a nice lovely city view. And then over here on the inside is just filled with a bunch of random offices. It's not that big, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. When it comes down to the interiors of stuff, I'm not necessarily looking to make them amazing. I kind of like having interiors for all the skyscrapers. I think that would be a really nice thing to have. Even if like every single floor is identical, like this one is, where there's the same bookshelves in the same places, even though that doesn't really make sense for interiors that I actually like, that I made in the previous version right here, where things can change in between floors and or kind of change. Yeah, like you can see that one, there's a bit of a change right there. So yeah, I think that's quite nice, but also the interiors, I kind of just want them because they make the city feel a bit more alive. Even if you're not paying too much attention to them, they still it still feels like you're walking through an actual civilization, not just a bunch of hollow shells of these buildings right here. So I definitely like the filling in the interiors. And also what I did was, if I can sort of navigate my way, are we gonna have to use the commands? I don't really know how to do it otherwise, but if we take this actually no, we could just hit that button, time, let's set it to midnight, X, there we go. What I do with the interiors is with some of the rooms, I take out all the lights, so that way only some of them glow. Yeah, it's quite a nice feature that I have, that I've been doing for ever since I started. I've been sort of doing that, just to give it a bit more, just to give it a bit nicer of a look at night. So yeah, that's just a little thing I did right there. I think we can continue the rest of this video at night because, I mean, it's either going to be like in this nice, lovely illuminated city or on some interiors. But what else do we need to do? Oh yeah, this tower, like 24 hours ago, this was just as empty as it was 2 years ago. But since then, you can see the interior is finished. So this is something that definitely would never have happened on the Xbox One edition, because I would hate to place the interiors for every single one of those floors. But the Sodra Tower right here finally is going to have something in it. So when I was first building it, I was going to have the skyscraper go up like that, and the stairs right up next to it, but, you know, I built the skyscraper, well, the elevator up, but I totally forgot about the stairs and kind of built over where they were supposed to go, so I kind of had to change course, so I just had to put them over here. Originally this was like a little reception area, but we can just move that somewhere else. We got the space on the first floor, so every single floor is identical, so it's a bit of a, I guess that's a little bit of a drawback, but still, I kind of just like the fact that their interior is completed. I think a repetitive interior is better than just no interior at all. So when you come up from the stairs, you kind of just go right into the office section. There's no like the elevator. Offices, little desk right there, and then over here is another set of them, which we will get back to later. Because they actually lead somewhere else. But over here we got this bar of chocolate on the wall. I don't know why I put it there, I just kind of thought it looked nice. And then here's just a couple of restrooms right there, and then the elevator which leads to all the other different floors. Let's go this way, let's go the way that I was saying earlier. We got this nice lovely window which has a beautiful waterfront view. It's very lovely. And then if we make our way over here, this is kind of the recreational area. So just got a nice lovely couple bit of chairs right there, a fish tank even, isn't that crazy? And then a balcony which leads out here. So, you know, even better to have a balcony here instead of just a massive window. So that's quite nice. And then if we go over here, here's a little conference room, which I think looks good with the city skyline off in the windows right there. And also these scaffolding blocks, I think, yeah, the scaffolding. These blocks, I just put them in here for decoration, but I actually found out that they have a really interesting, like survival practical function. So if you place them like right through there, like that, it puts another one on top, like just by default. It's crazy. And then if you go in here and press A, you can climb them like ladders, and you can still walk around them. It kind of makes me want to do like a survival world, because then I could actually use them, but yeah, that's just a little interesting thing that I found out. And then this hallway just leads back to the front like this, and that's pretty much it. We have about 5 rooms or floors, I mean, of this stuff done. If we go down to the first floor, there's one different thing on the first floor, is that the fish tank actually has fish in it, so that's quite nice. Those are pufferfish actually. That was the only ones that I was able to find. They were like, you know, you had these ones right here, the pufferfish, or the spherefish, as the direct translation indicates. Oh, there's the other fish, okay. So we could have had more, but I don't feel like breaking through all the glass. It's really quite the mess to sort of deal with all of that, but, oh, wait a second, I just realized, do the buttons transfer over? I think they would. Let's see. I hope they would. Let's go up to like a random floor, like floor 3. Yeah, okay, good. Alright. That would have been quite the predicament if they had not. And we also got plenty of sea sausages spread around the floor, so that's quite nice. And also you may have noticed earlier in the video there's this massive hole right here. And this was from a world edit malfunction. I don't know how it happened, but I was copying this with the first coordinate there and the second coordinate on the opposite side, and then when I went to paste it in, I just went up like this, but it pasted it over there, and since there's no like undo feature, you know, I just kind of had to delete it all, and we're gonna have to come back to this and fix all that later. So quite annoying that you can't just Control Z it, but you know, we got this. We were able to figure it out. I had to move the second destination over there, so that was a bit annoying, but aside from that, that's pretty much all the progress that I've done for the city. There's probably like some small minuscule stuff alongside the city streets, but aside from that, Future plans will definitely include some more progress in the city with finishing some more skyscrapers, specifically this section right here. And then I'll move over there to this massive area beyond here, which is where we'll put, all the interesting stuff like the casino, then the theater, and then the monuments and stuff like that all the way up there. So I think that'll be quite interesting to work on. And then also over here, the river is going to get a lot of expansion soon. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a weird process of me doing it. Originally, I was just going to like clear it all out, but I decided that wouldn't look good. So I'm going to TNT the entire ground for it, but then I'm just going to place one layer of water right on top of it, and it will just all fall down. So yeah, that would definitely be something quite nice. I'll be able to film this river so much more quickly. And maybe we can even do some like natural elements, like making some big trees and stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be quite nice. So yeah, I suppose that's all. Ooh, what's that? Did I make this? I don't know if I made this. What is this? There's a sign down here. I wonder what that leads to. Yes, I do remember placing that actually. That was back in like 2016 when I placed that, so don't get mad when the video comes up. Don't get mad at my present self, alright? But aside from that, I guess we're pretty much done with this episode. Now, pretty simple, but there was a good considerable amount of content to cover. If this was the Xbox One edition, if we were still on that, this would be like an incredible amount of content to cover. But aside from that, I guess we're pretty much done here. My voice sounded like really passive and calm during this entire video, which I kind of feel like it did. Then that's probably just because it's pretty late. I'm kind of tired. And yeah, that's pretty much what the case is with that. And so yeah, if you made it this far, leave in the comments. Just type in like, I don't know, like ASMR, because that's kind of like, what the people do when they talk quiet, right? Something like that. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.